That's about enough, isn't it?
You know, you guys could have a great future in show business.
Show business?
Come on! Here, take my card. Look me up.
All right, come on, let's get out. Joe!
Joe, I did it! Joe, I didn't scare the people. I did it, Joe!
Officers, it was those two.
I ain't scared.
They did this.
Right, not Joe!
Once again, they were buddies in trouble who always landed on their feet.
What would I do without you? What would I do, boy? What would I do without you? What would I do?
I need a partner, you're the one.
I'll be right there when the show goes on.
I'm for you.
I'm for you.
From California to Kalamazoo.
What would I do without you when you're gone?
When you're gone. When you're gone.
Oh, what would I do without you? What would I do?
To all who knew them, it seemed as if the team could never be broken apart.
My chum.
My friend.
My pal.
After what we've been through, nothing can separate us.
That's right.
The problem was, they were beginning to grow restless. Meanwhile, years earlier, Jerry convinced Dean to star in comedy films never intended to be seen by the public. It started when Jerry made home movies with Dean and his buddies.
At the time that Dean and I went into the picture business, they just began the 5-day work week. So I would be disappointed at the end of a Friday. It's over. I had 2 days before I could come back to the studio.
So the boys would get together on weekends and get to experiment playing different roles.
Doc Craig, that's the way you are. How about this feature?
Not knowing what to expect, Edward R. Murrow arranged a coast-to-coast television visit to the team in 1954 as part of his hit television show, Person to Person, where the cameras go into the celebrity's home.
Jerry, why do you make movies at home? Don't you get enough at the studio?
Well, I like to make them the right way.
Ooh.
Actually, we like to satirize what we do at the studio, Ed. It's all in fun. And I think there's just a little more relaxation when you do it at home. You can do it the way you like and just have fun with it, whereas at the studio, it's big business and you can't kid around too much. And some people think I like to kid around a lot.
In home movies, or in their Paramount films, they continue to have fun with the audience.
How about me?
So were you, Joe. You were marvelous.
Joe? That's me.
Harvey?
That's me.
And the successful formula always had them ending up as pals, through thick or thin.
How lucky can two guys get?
Yeah, we got it real bad, ain't we, Dean?
Yeah, they were buddies, until they did a movie called Three-Ring Circus. It was 1954, and the team feuded over the script. Their restlessness was beginning to show.
There was some 30 or 40 pages of material before Dean ever appeared in the film. And I had to take tremendous objection with Wallace, and I made it very clear to him that this is a two-man act. It's Martin and Lewis, it's the two of us.
The script was fixed, but not before Dean and Jerry had exchanged angry words. The media seized upon this.
Wallace had to do some very, very handy craftsmanship, or I should say he had to do some handy rewrites, and we had it retailored, and then it made sense.
Suddenly, the question was this the first signs of a breakup? To assure their fans that everything was okay, the team went public.
I think the most critical time in my career was when Dean and I had more or less of a feud, but the thing that so few people realize that Dean and I have had probably one of the greatest Damon and Pythias associations that any two men have ever had, and we were entitled to have the one beef that we did have in 8 years, but it cleared the air beautifully, and we like one another pretty much.
And to assure each other that they were still friends, Jerry made a special film for Dean's birthday.
You and me, as a team, friends. I know we'll be friends, and I know we'll be partners, and I want everyone here tonight to know that our association will continue for many, many years. And, excuse me. Hello. I'm making a film. What? Oh, hello, Darryl. I'm Mr. Zanuck. Excuse me. Yes, sir. Oh, new picture 20th. Well, you want me? Oh, for a picture? Or what about Dean? Oh, just for me. Oh, fine, sure, I'd love to. Wonderful. Well, no, I don't. No, he wouldn't be any good in that kind of picture anyhow.
And still, they cranked out the movies. Then, on a promotional tour for You're Never Too Young, Jerry had to go solo when Dean failed to appear. The press rekindled rumors of a feud.
Well, let's see now. It's Saturday night, and I dedicate the Martin and Lewis Playhouse. And there's a premiere of our new picture, You're Never Too Young. Next morning, back to work. Old Rip Van Winkle slept for 20 years in the Catskills. Charles and Lillian Brown had Rip Lewis, who happened to have been a terrific busboy. One of the best busboys they ever had. I was as terrific as...
Tension was high on the set of their very next picture, Pardners, their 15th film for Paramount. They tried hard to convince their audiences that they would never break apart.
You and me, we're gonna be partners.
They're gonna be pals. They'll do and share alike. They'll share what there's to share alike. And goes for money, whiskey, and gas.
You and me will be the greatest partners, buddies, and pals. We're not ready for the end yet. Sure, we have something to say to you, right, Dean?
Sure do, Jer. We want you folks to know we sure enjoyed working for you, and we hope you enjoyed the picture.
Yeah, and we hope you'll keep coming to see us because we like seeing you.
So long.
Goodbye. Now the end. That way. That's better. You and me will be the greatest partners, buddies, and pals.
But it simply wasn't true. Their final film, Hollywood or Bust, had them ending up at Paramount, the very place their movie careers had begun.
Dean was the best friend I ever had. He made me what I am. He built me an empire. He gave me a life. Because before I had him, I had nothing.
Because of their 16 films, the team of Martin and Lewis will be preserved forever on celluloid. And they left us a comic storehouse, a legacy of fun and happiness and never-ending laughs.
I think Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis are so funny today because today so many things aren't funny. And so what we do is, in a way, go back to a sure thing.
Next week, Jerry Lewis dreams of running a movie studio, but he's only the errand boy.
Next, it's Bob Hope and Bing Crosby in a comedy classic, The Road to Rio. After that, follow the path of Martin Luther King Jr. from busing protests to the Nobel Peace Prize in King, Montgomery to Memphis. Then a boy befriends a horse in The Courage of Black Beauty. Tonight on the Disney Channel.